play your part, hand too hard. Yeah, did you let me in? Did I give you space enough to waste every bit of ice? I can hear your thoughts loud and clear. You don't need to say a thing, my dear. Pretend that I'm not here. All I seek is some honesty, straight up light in my darkest fears. I know you know, I know, yeah. You don't care about my love, care about my love. Look at me, I have thick skin. You don't care about my love, care about my love. Look at me, I have thick skin. My love, oh my love, oh my love. My love, oh my love, oh my love. Look at me, I have thick skin, as I'm sure I would give in. Fall apart, let you go and break my heart. Look at me, I have thick skin, as I'm sure I would give in. I know you know, I know. You don't care about my love, care about my love. Look at me, I have thick skin. You don't care about my love, care about my love. Look at me, I have thick skin. My love, oh my love, oh my love.
Extra high five. That's code, it's code. Extra high five.
Welcome to Super League 28. This is the penultimate day of this league. My name is Phil Shields.
My name is Chantel Bancroft, and we are your commentators this evening. So it's round 8.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, penultimate round. Northern Flyers, West Beach Titans, the one we're going to watch. And we've just seen a ripper of a game. Watch it at least to half-time. Southside Riptide, East Adelaide Force. I don't want to give away the result. I think the viewers at home might know, but just in case you don't, go back, watch ULTI.TV. We've got everything there for you to watch in replay. So have a look at the previous game for this round.
And the winner of that game won the league, so definitely needs to go back and watch that. And then for this game, the winner of this game will come third, and the loser will get the wooden spoon.
So a really big match here for both teams. fighting for their lives just to make sure that they don't win that bottom prize. We have the teams lining up on the lines. We have Northern Flyers in white to left of screen, West Beach Titans on in red on right of screen, and they're raring to go. We are...
I think I heard their captains say they have 11 tonight, which is a lot. So tonight they've got Keith, Johnny, Hamish, Oscar, Harry, Marty, Bill, Alec, Ferdy, Bambi and Luke. And then on the Titans, we've got Kevin, Scott, Nunu, Lockie, Sid, Joel, Sam, Aiden, and Bradley.
And nice little start here as disc goes into the middle, and it's through the hands straight away of Tonkin. Bambi gets a finger to that. He'll get a fantasy point through that one.
Is it 3? 3 points?
I'm not too sure. I didn't put my fantasy league in this year. Did you put one in?
There's no fantasy this year. So instead there's like this tipping, and you pick who's going to win each game, and then each week there's like different types of tips of who's going to make the most drops or who's going to get the most Ds, some random ones like that. But yeah, no fantasy.
Nice little bingo there going on by the sounds of it then.
So we've got Luke with the disc, looking to centre it.
My Chow goes straight up the line. That'll be opening
throw.
the account for white. Northern Flyers, 1 zip.
That was straight in front of him. Beautiful to run onto. And there wasn't really a defender up on him.
No,
so
and we'll name that defender that wasn't on him right now. I think so. So that looks like Srinivasan there. No, we've got a bit of a poach there. Tonkin lets him go. It was all Tonkin's. He switched. Srinivasan switched as well, and then Tonkin wanted to go back because he didn't want to be on the receiving end of that failed D.
Oh, he was so free. You can't have that.
Can we put a negative fantasy on him anyway, just for that? I'd like to.
It was so bad. You can't be slacking off that much on your defense.
That was pretty poor as we see the starting lineups there. In for red, Vince out. We have Hager, Schrader and Smith on the white team in. Bambi, Bamford, Clark and Meyer, who has a touch already.
I reckon this is going to be an exciting game. I'm pretty sure Flyers lost their first 3 or 4 games of the season, but then they've really developed and grown as a team. So that's been really cool to see. So I wouldn't put this past them for them to take the win on this one. So the Flyers are on D with Turnbull with disc in hand.
So red looking fairly cruisy on the line there, no urgency at the moment. Now, on either team, realistically, given the sheep stations and cattle stations that are up for grabs for the winner of this match.
You don't want to lose. You don't want to get that wooden spoon.
No.
Because why come out next week? There's still another game to play. Great grab by Tonkin above his head, one-handed.
And I think the reason you don't want that wooden spoon either is that no one remembers who came first or second, but everyone remembers who comes last, yeah. That's like, yeah, that's the team that everyone can just bulldoze over. Tonkin wants to go for a small travel there. Lazada does his bit, little bit behind Srinivasan. And hammer over the top.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Brilliant lay there.
By Earl?
I think it was Lockie. Earl, yeah, definitely.
He got so much height on that lay. Want to see a replay of that.
Went for the pancake. Interesting with the Superman getting the pancake. Big chance for the ground strike, but he's just showing us that this is maybe the way I should have taken it, but I didn't. There's Lazada just making Srinivasan earn his keep on this team. I don't know what pick he was, probably somewhere 8th, 9th, 10th, I'm guessing. And there we go. There's that pancake catch. Nice. And Lazada puts his hands up as well, saying, yeah, I would have done that. Zippy little player that he is. 1 apiece. It's as though we haven't played any ultimates so far.
Restarts.
Yeah.
So we've got Pillars, Rogers with the disc. Again, both teams are taking a little bit cruisy.
Almost 7 minutes into this game, 2 points scored. That's pretty much average, I think, for Ultimate. I've always said about 3 to 4 minutes a point in Ultimate. It actually seems quite slow, but I guess you've got to put in the time at each end, like about, you know, some teams like a bit of a 2-hour break between points, I've noticed these days. There was a big halftime break, I think, in the previous game.
4.5, or maybe there was a timeout that went for 4.5 minutes. We had a little bit of a time about what that was, but they were playing Savage, so
still no excuses in my opinion. Like back in my day when I was a kid,
Alex
Savage was
goes
the
for
only way to play. Like we had none of this 8 on a team.
Oh, the 2 friends on each other.
No longer friends anyway, the one who put them in the back, so...
I heard Lockie, I was sitting next to him watching the previous game, and he wanted that matchup on Harry. He was talking about it the whole first game, so I'm excited to see that.
Catch your D, son. That was possible. If he macked it into the end zone, probably could have actually got himself a self-made Callahan. Yeah.
Missed opportunity, but they still get the score. It's now 2-1. Flyers are up.
So pretty again, talking about the good old days, Chantel, you'd be with me here, obviously, with the good old days, when we actually brought out some tape and we put it down the sideline. I remember those days when they brought out this sideline tape. You could buy that. It was about $200. You'd set up the fields. You'd be able to see where everyone was, as we see this one in the back. Good push in the back. You know, it's reminiscent. They play footy, so I think fair's fair. And here we go. This is the one. You just need to mack it, keep macking it into the disc, into the end zone.
We're getting again.
There we go.
Great outside arm to make it clean. And then,
Harry wants it. Cuts in. Why would you cut in? Just stay out wide and catch the disc. Again for the fantasy points. Puts his hands up.
Little with his multicoloured cleats.
So Buckland with the assist there. Nice work, Harry. Huzzah.
Got 30 with the disc in hand, ready to pull. They seem to be sharing it around this time. The disc goes up.
I think you can tell Ferdy takes his Frisbee serious. He's got his white socks pulled up, and that's always a look I'm looking for to make sure a player really is here to play. We've got a few going deep. Here we go. We've got Earl, and we've also got Chow. Chow the experience, but Earl with the leap. Goes across. Shantanu Malhotra. What's that? Yeah, yours. Okay, sure, right, okay.
Signalling to us that he caught it in.
Sorry, who was that caught that and assist? I got no idea. Must be a new player. We'll get his name later on, maybe. Don't want to talk him up too much. We'll get a big head. Bigger head. There you go. Look at me. Look at me.
It's like I was in.
So 10 minutes in, and it's still as though we haven't played any Ultimate. 0-0, as far as we can tell.
That's always so hard. Like when you're at a tournament and like you come out and it's like 4-all, it's like, even after half, if it's like a galaxy point for half and then you get the next score and it's like 8-all, it's like so...
We really could have rock, paper, scissored our way to this score, couldn't we? Sort of like,
yeah,
that's
like
what you sort of feel like.
The game has restarted.
Especially on 40-degree days.
It's like I've played for the past 50 minutes, busting my ass off for nearly the game to restart.
Speaking of days, it is a fantastic night here.
There's not much wind. I think it was low 30s today.
Under lights at the moment. We've got nice shade from the trees. Previous game we had a few shadows from the trees, just drifting across the field.
Yeah, I was trying to take photos, but photos stopped after half. Too much shadow. Normally we're over on the line fields, but for reasons we're over here. Have you seen the 3 line fields?
I walked across them because I didn't know where we were playing today. I felt like I had to walk an extra 1.5 miles.
It is kind of tucked away back here, but it's really cool how we got the line fields over there. We use them for training, which is really good. So we've got Myers with the disc. Goes the round centres to Johnny, to 30. The flick to the middle, and Hamish can't keep his hands on that one, so it is a turn.
Yeah, I did tell Hamish, that he had to do something good this game. And I didn't mean good as in bad good. I meant good.
He did good for the other team. It's called a turnover.
Yeah.
Sid with the disc to Lockie, demanding it with his call.
Nice.
Goes like across the front of the stack, back to Sid with, great one-handed grab, kind of half laid out there.
Doesn't want to make it easy for Tonkin. Maybe there's a feud going on there or something. So I'm just going to throw it a few extra meters out because I think you're being a bit lazy, son. As you can see here, Tonkin's just casually going, but no, he wants to sort of put it all the way out.
Made that difficult for him. Not easy for his teammate, but got that one.
Could have been because he saw Ferdy holding his heels. And
Ferdy can lay out
Ferdy
deep.
could lay a mile if he really had to or wanted to.
We've seen it last time I commentated. They get good Ds. Oscar's the same. Oscar and Ferdy, they're very dangerous with their layout Ds. They just come out of nowhere. If you don't attack that disc, they will lay out
They
and
do.
get that.
I've actually seen Harry lay out often. The problem is that they're all gratuitous. So like, he really doesn't have the disc anywhere near him when he lays out, but they still look good. It's all about practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect.
And then catch the disc later.
Yeah. So looking for a captain's game as the captain on the White Flyers team puts his hand up to say, please pass me the disc. I think Mazar Tonkin will probably receive.
We've got 2 new captains this year. So Oscar's captain of the Flyers. This is his first time. And then Lockie Earl is captains of the Titans.
Yeah, I noticed that one. That was, I'll say surprising. No offence, man. Just it is what it is. As Bill Newen comes in, hasn't seen much of the disc golf tournament. I'd like to see him get involved in this game and the next in a big way, especially the next game, seeing it doesn't really matter.
Oh, Alex streaming under. Centers to Bill. Back to Alec. Goes to swing to Oscar. They're going to continue the swing. Doesn't work. Bill cutting under.
There's a touch for Bill.
He's now got 2 this point. Oh, bit high for Johnny. Couldn't keep here. Couldn't get that one.
The old springs in the leg ain't what they used to be.
Tonkin picks up the disc. Looking for the
It's
huck.
going. Shanters should have that.
Oh,
Johnny
he makes it up for that,
Johnny
though.
finds something.
He didn't have to jump for that one, but
He looks absolutely puffed, though, for that effort.
decent run. Marty picks up the disc. Throws a flick inside to Alec. Pick is called.
Is called. Don't know where that happened.
Might get a replay to see where.
Boom. I think Harry, bit of a
ran.
shepherd
Yeah.
for his teammate.
Ran straight across to stop Nunu from being able to catch Johnny.
You take the boy out of the Aussie rules, but you can't take the Aussie rules out of the boy.
I find footy players who play Ultimate are a little bit more contacty. You just can't shake it. You can't get rid of it. That fight. Great attack on the disc by Harry.
Ooh.
Bit of a sketchy one to Turnbull. Flick on the open side to Alec. And he does a flick huck to Bambi. Great safe catch. Clap catch. Chest tight. It is 3-all. With 15 minutes down. So the points have, I reckon, sped up a little bit.
Marginally.
Replays are the best part.
There we go. You can see there as Johnny gets a little bit of urgency and then tires himself out. Has to take up the handler position again as Harry does the shepherding. Here we go. Little. Wasn't that Bambi? Sorry.
No, that's Little.
There's Little.
Yeah,
looking at the
two
cap.
Bambi.
I'm
Two Bambi.
looking at the hat,
Yeah.
not the player. 'Cause Bambi loves his coloured hat. So
Oh, yeah.
I took that one. I thought, that looks quite bright and coloured. That must be Bambi. But no, you're right.
Bambi likes his coloured hats. It's like Tim Davis normally wears coloured shorts.
Yes.
Players normally have their iconic, some of them, Little with his 2 different colour cleats.
We should set up a SA Ultimate shop, I think, with all those iconic clothing apparel that you can get. We have Ferdy's white socks, Bambi's colourful hat,
I think he got that at mixed. He traded with someone.
Yeah.
His hat that he got here in Adelaide for some other sport, he traded that for a
Yeah.
Melbourne team in Nelson Bay. I love a good trade at a tournament. I got rid of all my kits this year at a tournament, so I need to rebuy them all, but it's cool having other clubs kits.
Tell you the best trade I had, and that was I was working at a volunteer at some international tournament somewhere.
Straight to the other team.
And a guy from the Japanese team came over to me and said, "Can I have your volunteer T-shirt?" And I got the Japanese top. I know, that's best trade ever.
I think he got ripped
High
off,
priority.
but he made the...
Well, he wanted it. It was a pink T-shirt, and he wanted it for his daughter. So
Oh, okay.
couldn't understand a word he said, but that's what I was told afterwards by some translator on the team. He was very happy, as was I. And I covet that Japanese top as you would.
Oh, there was another turn, so Titans get another look at it. Oh, Jesus.
Big rise there.
Aiden uses his height to take that one above his head and over his players.
So Dave throws it behind the leading Earl.
Oscar with the D again. That's his second D, and it's a D catch too, twice. 30 with the low to Bambi. That's 2 points for him.
2 points in a row for the Flyers. They take it up to 4-3 as we see this again. Joel in just...
So that was his Oscar's first D. Just got thrown straight to him. He's like, thank you very much. Then they turned it over, and then Oscar got another D nearly in the same spot.
Yeah.
Oscar just on fire at that point. Oh, someone else tapped it, but Oscar got the little crumb of that.
I hate to say it, but I think watching the replay there of how the throws really weren't on spot gives us an indication why these two are playing off for last position at the moment. Unfortunately, sometimes the truth can be a harsh teacher.
So it's 4-3 to the Flyers. The Flyers on D with 30 disc in hand, getting ready to pull. There we go. So stream now reflects the score. Oh, the captain is off.
On the red team, we have big Scotty Swart on, so let's hope we can see some of those trademark Blady flicks going deep. I'd love to see a couple of those come off.
Well, they're on O. Not much wind. Perfect time.
I don't know if we can sell Scotty Swart apparel, as but maybe my flick was supposed to go this way, not that way. Could be the tagline.
It's part of APOC. APOC have just started training for the season. Mountain's been training for a while. They had a cricket day on Saturday, which was really interesting to see Frisbee players play cricket. There was a bit of backyard cricket rules that meant they were nearly in negative runs for most of their game.
Ooh.
And they got 12 wickets.
Was it T20 style then?
Not really. So they had like partnerships, and each partnership had 3 overs.
There's one of them. It wasn't a long flick, but it was definitely Blady into the grass. So that's number one. This will be a drinking game for all of you people out there. Whatever you like. We're happy for you to drink lemonades if that's your style, because we don't want you to get too drunk playing this game.
Can get too... Oh!
The second opportunity. There's the Harry... Did I just say that?
He did not even
There's
put his
the
hands
gratuitous layout right there.
I don't even know if he put his arms out for that.
Harry, he does an interesting layout, actually. Hopefully we'll get to see that again. He does tend to bring them in at the last moment. Lazada tries one hand, one bounce. Must be from the cricket they played on the weekend.
They did do that rule. So, and he got a few one hand, one bounce, so it's hard to shake.
Yeah, once you get that in your head, so like you just want to continue that. As we see Ramadan lose his defender.
Swings it to
Keith Chow just down the line, easy as you like, he says. That's why he's got number 1 on his back.
Little attacks kind
Keith
of front
Chow,
of the end zone.
please show us how to play Frisbee.
I don't know if we'll get a replay of the two
Double
kind of
D,
layouts.
let's see this. This is Earl first of all. bang.
It's the
but
matchup I was
Harry,
talking about.
And then here goes, there's that
puts, like, the arms
gratuitous.
in.
He brings them in, and I always worry about that he's going to sort of like nose plant. But it's his style. That's one I don't need a coloured hat to recognise who's doing the layout for. Big swing around. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room.
Great cut.
We can throw that all night.
Great cut, great throw.
Party all right.
That's a very exciting matchup. Irwin, Hamish,
What was it?
Buckland. They're by Lockie's like, watch, I can lay out. Then Harry's like, I can lay out too.
Yeah.
Try to one up each other.
It would have been good if Harry got that though. Just
Oh.
so catch your D's when you lay out. Because you can. You don't just have to.
Don't have to tap it. So Oscar's got the disc. Flyers on D. They are now 2 points up.
But that's what often separates the adults from the kids in your layout Ds. The ability to catch it when you're going Hogue, when you're going Superman, and you've got the D. You've done it so often. It's just automatic. You grab the disc. You don't just mack it in front of you.
I tried to do some layout practice. It's very difficult.
Did you do it at the beach in sand or
On the grass for the first
grass
time.
isn't too bad. It's better than doing it on hard clay or cement.
I've only been playing Frisbee for 2 years, so I'm pretty fresh.
So you'd be a professional at it then.
Oh, no. I only started learning to lay out not too long ago. Got Bradley with the disc. That stall count would have been high. I can't see because it's people, so I've got to look at the screen. I think that's a goal for Titans.
Shantanu in the corner there. I think it was Pillar had the assist. There's Lazada crowding it and Pillar just saying, yeah, that's a
Strikes up
traditional.
the line.
That's, again, if you...
That's nearly the same type of like play that we just saw the point before.
Pretty much. Pillar Rogers always has that little juke cut. I can pretty much defend him with my eyes closed, knowing that's what he's going to do. As soon as I see him go one way,
You know he's going to cut up?
I'll half step that way, but then go the other way and let him have it. And then it takes him 1.5 steps to come back. Sometimes one, because he does it so slowly. He is a wily player. He does know how to do things right. So I won't always get away with it, but I definitely don't want him to get it up the line.
So 5-4. Titans held that one. But the Flyers start on D again. Oh, thanks, Sid. We're supposed to be flipping the manual scoreboard.
Yeah, thanks, Sid. No.
I can't multitask.
Back to you, mate. I'm not doing that.
5-4 to the Flyers. Just the players on the sideline asking us for the scoreline of their own game. So we've got Shantanu with the disc signalling he's ready. And the pull is up.
Malhotra almost has to pull it into the back of Scotty Swart as he runs across his pulling line.
So we've got Myers with the disc, nearly in the middle of the field.
Buckland goes deep, but the throw isn't on. What's he going to do now as it's put?
Bambi centre to Little. Little goes to Buckland. Little dishy to Bambi.
30 with the bailout. Now we've got Martin Mazar going long as well, but covered by Pillar. Little now with the disc.
Oh, Scott got a tap on that.
Did get a tap on that one.
But back to Little. Love the, not a give go, but pass to Oscar.
Yeah,
like, give it back.
Sort of a give go.
He's like, here we go, Oscar, then throw it back to me.
Bam up the line, and Scott's left in the dust. An
He's lucky that Scott didn't completely get the D on that. That was a pretty good tap.
It was a lazy throw. It was a lazy dump back.
I think Scott was nearly distracted on the tap that he lost his defender. He lost his offense, sorry. So that's now 6-4. Flyers up by 2.
So I like it, this score, because when I add 6 to 4, I get 10. We're at 26.5 minutes. I can just take the decimal point over, and it's 2 minutes 60? That's 3 minutes, pretty much
3
spot
minutes
on per point.
minutes
Yeah, that's
point.
what we were saying before.
And that's including all this like time. So yeah, they're probably reasonable. I was watching last week. It was really, really windy. The points were going forever. So it's good to see a night with no wind again. Makes the game a little bit more interesting. You see some bigger throws, some more deep cuts.
Okay, it does.
So we've got Ferdy standing completely away from his team, ready to pull. Signals he's ready. Titans taking a little longer to call their line. So the disc is up. I think... Oh, that might not be... Oh, that hit the cone.
Oh,
That hit the cone.
That'd be out then.
The cone is out.
Let me just check my little pocket reference manual on whether it hits the line, whether it's in and out. Flipping to page, says go to page 15. 15 XVII. There it is, subsection B. Yep, if the pull hits a cone, it is extra out, which means you can actually bring it to the halfway mark, not just the brick mark. So we're not playing by the new standard revised rules, obviously, the older rules, which just allow you to bring it to the brick mark.
Is there a new rule? No. I was like, I don't know the rules very well. I took a while to complete my rules accreditation. I'm not going to lie.
If you can do it within 10 tries, I think you're doing well.
I left it to the last day. Oh man, it was stressful.
How many tries did you
I
have
actually,
it in the end?
I might have done it in under 10, but
Yeah.
I tried the first time I did it. I got it first go, but the second time,
Now you're just bragging and showing off.
yeah, first go, and then the second time I have to do it.
That's why your teammates don't like you and they've asked you to do commentary instead of play with them.
I think I got nearly like 40 out of 50 every time. Yeah, it wasn't great. Bambi in the handler space. It was so free, but passes to Ferdy, to Hamish. Buckland streams under, the one-handed kind of in front of him.
Ooh, tries to go low.
Oh, Ferdy looks for the swing to Bambi, but not on. Buckland, a bit bladey, but
Ooh,
secures
between
that.
3 red shirts as well.
Bit risky.
It was risky, but I liked that accuracy in the end.
The spectators liked that.
So let's have a look at this again. So we've got a few players at the front. We see Scott Swart comes back.
Oh, there's 3 of them, 3 on 1.
As I said, 3 red shirts.
Buckland still has it.
The red coats. Well, I'm not sure which side was that in the US Civil War, the red coats? Or was that something else? Was that the British trying to do something? Anyway, half-time, I believe, 7-4. Would you concur?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Half an hour.
Well, let's
Pretty
call it
quick.
half-time at the 30-minute mark. And myself and Chantal will be back after these messages.
That's fine every single time. It's like I wanted to read the paper. What I'm listening to you is like a better team. Like a better One, two, three, Tigers! Here we go.
On defense, the first 3 steps of your chase.
1, 2, 3, 1.
And again, I'm playing by the latest rules where halves at 7, so they're playing by the older rules where I have half at 8. So I apologise to everyone out there that thought I was wrong. I was only wrong semi, sort of, so I would never say I was fully wrong ever. So we're back for the last point, potentially.
Potentially, if Titans don't get this one. They are on O, so they've just got to hold. That was a long timeout, though.
We were discussing, yeah.
That
so
was
like,
a timeout. That was pretty long. I don't know exactly how long they're meant to be, but not that long.
We did end at the latter end of the 29-minute mark. We're now 32 and a half, let's say. Timeout's 90 seconds, aren't they?
Someone told me 75. I thought 90, but again,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust me. I failed multiple times.
Depends whether you go by the A or the B rule book.
I scraped through in passing that test. Oscar signalling he is ready. Titans still calling their line.
Just going to look back, but Santi just ripped your ankles.
And the disc is up. You could hear that grunt from Oscar when he released that, putting all of his power into that. Got Nunu catching it to Joel. The flick up.
Yeah, that's going to
So it's
sit a little bit too much there.
So Aiden's got to read that.
Bit of height with that boy.
Genetically gifted in the height category.
Can't teach that, so they say.
Oh, the inside to Aiden. Aiden takes the good grab, not for the goal, but then ends up getting a goal.
However, you can teach that inside flick.
Oh, that was beautiful. Aiden takes a good grab here above his head.
Nice body positioning, really.
Takes it to Earl, and then another kind of give-go. Nearly ankle breaks Little. Little lost him, and then a beautiful inside flick by Earl.
Yeah, Bambi caught napping on the mark there. He really wasn't doing a lot to prevent that inside, unfortunately. Could have at least stuck his hand or his foot out. I like to do that just to... I mean, most players these days will do that inside break, low inside break to you. And so I think it's worthwhile. Always stick that foot out. If you're not going to get there with your hand low enough, and again, good technique, down, squatting as it were, bend the knee, shuffling side to side, jumping around. But at the very least, stick that left foot out to stop the inside break, I think. Definitely need to. You'll get more Ds than you'll realise. And the first D you get on your player that you're marking against that way will always think twice about doing it again. And so you've immediately given your team a good advantage just by getting inside their head.
Sometimes ultimate can be a bit of a mind game.
Donaldson is one of those mind game players, I feel. You can always get inside Jack's head quite easily.
I think Jack doesn't get inside people's head. People get inside Jack's head.
Speaking of which, he's here. I would not have guessed it. Here he is. He gets inside his head. He does that. He does. You don't need to do much to get inside his own head because he's locked it up and he's talking himself down all the time.
We got Bambi catching the disc. He's kind of transitioned into a handler lately. Did a bit of handling for mixed that had just been for Shu and was quite a key player.
The straight up mark there was really nice to see. And let's stop that inside again. There's the foot out by Tonkin on Oscar. Didn't work that time. Little has the disc. Pick's been called upfield. And I noticed that when Red came out to play this point, they went straight into a hoe stack. And we've got quite a bit of a sort of a semi-spread. I don't know what's going on. No, they've all settled into the middle again.
Buckland streaming deep.
Although White is horizontal as well. Very horizontal.
With the three. They did have three handlers, and yeah, it looked like the Horo.
Harry's going long. That's a nice little over-the-top one. Has days to float. Oh, that's slanted out.
No discussion needed. Players decided it was out.
I'd like to know what Ferdy's vertical rise is. He's got a very big leap.
So we have a backhand huck
Joel backs it to Marty, and he won't be happy about that.
It's a 2-on-1 with some tall players around him, making it difficult. Yeah, couldn't catch that. Got his fingers to it, though.
So straight up force. They don't want anything going long. So, oh, easy drop there.
Can't be dropping them. Who's going to pick up the disc? No one. Marty is running down to put the mark on. Oh! Oh, and he keeps it. He catches that.
Oh, could have put it long.
He needed to recover from... How did he, like, bounce up so quickly? Just amazing. Oscar's got the disc again to Daniel. I think, yeah, they're still doing the straight-up force. Oscar again, middle of the field, 30. 30 goes around to Little. Aiden's taking a while to get on the mark there. Centers to Marty. Little cooling his cut as he's making it, but dumps it.
Still got a straight up force, which is why we haven't seen anything long at the moment. Joel put his big wings into play here, but Marty equal to the task there. Sent backwards a little, come up again little. Give and gain. What's Bambi going to do? Probably give it back to 30, I suggest.
Yep.
Nice hold there. Again, not allowing 30 to go up the line. So it really is going to frustrate these. Will Oscar bring out the hammer? That's what I want to know, because when Oscar gets frustrated, the hammer comes out. It's not a bad little hammer, but there we go. Enough passes and you get a D, and that went to Scott Swart.
That was good containment by Titans. That straight up force. I don't know, it might be the first point that they've executed this, and it worked out really well for them. So we've got Scott Swart with the disc.
Big backhand. There we go. Called it.
To Earl.
I think it gets his toe just in. Nice.
Calls
Scott
it in.
Swart.
Over 30. Oh, thank you. We're getting the score flip for us.
So Titans back in it. 2 to take half.
It's not half. Yeah, this is...
No, two more to take half if they want it. Well, there's that. Unfortunately, Mac to Marty. Turnover drop there.
Oh,
Lovely. And he grabbed it
great,
as well.
like, hold on that.
We're just
Normally,
talking about that. Separates the pros from the AMs.
Sam is straight up. So annoying.
Oscar being on the Australia under-24s men's team, Opens team.
Is he? Well
Yeah.
done.
So is Dan Roberts.
Great.
And then you've got Jack Donaldson on the mixed and Kaido. They're
Ooh.
our SA reps repping for Australia. So that's really exciting. That got announced a couple weeks ago. So they've started their pods together. They've got a training camp coming up relatively soon, and then they go to Spain, but they do a whole tour, so I think they're gone for like a month.
I guess one thing, question on my lips is Kaido or Donaldson going to do the music? Like, are they going to do the playlists?
Donaldson's got the huge speaker, but I don't know if he'll be able to take
Yeah.
it in his luggage. He won't have enough.
I think Kaido has a better playlist. When you hear Jack's playlist, you sort of go, what is this rubbish?
Oh, I drive a lot with Jack, and he takes over the music, so...
And do you have the same feels and vibes? Or
We've actually got, on Spotify, you can do a blend, and it will give you a percentage of your compatibility of
Yeah,
music. Jack and
yeah.
I's are actually pretty high.
Okay, sorry.
We're talking about your music taste.
Get a haircut, you long-haired lout.
Now he's nearly standing in our way, taking photos.
Call you mullet face in a moment.
Oh, he's trying to get some good shots. So we got flyers. Pretty sure that's Luke passing it to Keith. I think they're doing the straight up again. Worked well for them last time, so trying to do that one again. Oh,
Oh, great layout by Keith
lost a lot
to
of
save that.
ground though. And now it's nearly getting taken at the front of the end
Unfortunately,
zone.
Bill couldn't take that one. Just letting you know, if you do see lightning on the field, that's actually Jack Donaldson taking photos.
With the flash.
With the flash, blinding everyone. It's probably why Bill dropped that. I think Jack took the shot just then.
Oh, equipment.
Yeah, sort of, and blinding flash. And they're calling that one in, well and truly in.
So we now have Galaxy points, 7-all. Whoever gets the next point will take half. That's really hard when you get a turnover.
No look dumped then by Joel.
That's experience. And then the swing around to the other side of the end zone. They've come back here. Still got a close game on our hands.
I can't divide 14 into 42 easily. Can you do the maths for me?
Oh, I don't have my phone on me. I am an engineer, but that doesn't mean I can do maths without a calculator.
Okay.
People think I can, but I can't. So we've got Joel with the disc. Captain Lockie Earl calling his line.
I'm pretty sure, again, no one's told these teams about the imperative nature that one of them wins it in order to get off the bottom of the ladder.
I haven't seen much fight. I've seen individual matchup fights, like the Harry and Lockie Earl when they tried to outdo each other's layouts.
Oh, fun fact, Chantel, we've got to pick MVP. So let's use this point as our MVP point, okay? So tough luck to those who aren't on the field. So Ferdy's hasn't got MVP.
So
Bambi
no
doesn't
points
have.
for Bambi, no for Bill, no for Ferdy.
What about Shanton, who can't get my MVP points either?
Aiden.
Yeah, okay, so...
Oscar's had a lot.
Okay, so I'm looking at people off the field rather than on the field. Let's go to on the field. So Oscar, that's a cross field. That's got to be worth something.
To Maya. So Titans are doing the straight up force again because it's worked for them the past 2 times they've put it on, and a pick's being called.
Now, is a pick a good thing or a bad thing for MVP? That's what I want to know.
I've personally never called a pick, but I don't know.
That's only because you're year 2 in. Once you get to year 5,
I get nervous.
Yeah, once you get to year 5 and you'll be picking them in
I
in
just
close
yell at
matches
people.
for the last 5 minutes they never existed before.
I just yell at people. I'll go up to the player and be like, yo, can you not? But maybe I should just call the pick and then do that. Can you?
just call the pick, yeah. There's no shame in it.
So we've got Maya with the disc, holding it out.
Get called a bad sport most
Yeah,
of the time.
that's what I'm scared of. So Kevin will tap the disc in that.
Still have movement on the field.
Go Brad.
Yeah, nice straight up force. Kevin got those arms out to Oscar. Oh, I'm distracted by the huge moon in the background on top of that building.
Yeah, it was a nice moon. It was a nice, I can't see it. I got the big hand of Shanton Malhotra in the way.
I was supposed to be focusing on the point, and then I just see the huge moon. So Oscar's got it again. They're struggling to make ground here, the Flyers. Goes around, bit bladey.
One hand catch by Johnny. That's MVP stuff there, one-handed.
Oh,
look at this. Oscar's going. He wants
it. Deep. Oh,
it's
my
a
God.
late throw, but I think if he can lay and catch and slide in.
Is that it? No, he's calling it not in.
So who threw that?
That was Little.
That was Little, was it?
That was Little. And Marty gets the goal, just casually.
I'm going to go Oscar for my MVP vote for White.
Oh, Oscar's been key nearly every game for the
I
Flyers.
said Shanton wouldn't get it because he was off-field. The fact that he sort of made an eclipse of the moon with his head.
He deserves it.
I think I'm going to give it to Chantilly.
Yeah, Oscar's just been so key for the Flyers. As captain, he's just really stepped up. He can make or break a game.
Again, something which is sort of just a bit disconcerting. You'd never see Oscar do that. So maybe he heard me say that I was looking for
Bigging MVP votes?
Yeah, exactly.
You're looking for big stuff? He brought it out.
Something 1 point only, typical Turnbull style. One play wonder. Makes it look good with a bit of a.
And just before half too, so now everyone's gonna get some replays,
Oh,
and now we have half. Now it's
can
half.
I say
now
my
it's half.
spiel?
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll be back after these messages.
Yeah, the effort is there now, right? The effort is absolutely there. Change strategy, but what's the you're so quick? You're still on energy. Unfortunately, they get double breaks, and now we'll see the hours lost on the breaks. Just got back.
I thought we were going to go get food after the game. Which game?
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
If you're trying to stop them hucking, you want to be as close as legally possible because they can't get their arms out. They can't swing without hitting you, right? So stopping the break is back off, stopping the huck is get right up. If they're on the sideline, the outside is. Lucy stuff on the sideline, I would chase slightly in. At least make them throw over a step. Not a lot, just a little bit change. Watch the if they're trying to hunt against a straight up force, you can keep it on the back off the drag and get around the mark, which is the purpose of the outcome. Get around the mark, right? One, two, three, back! One, two, three, one!
Clock and August. Game should be done by now. Clock and August singles, he played today. It was literally still 1-1.
Come on, Short Kings, come on.
And we are back for the second half, and we've got a close-up of the moon in the background.
Otherwise known as night spotlight.
It's a bit bright. So Titan start on D. Beautiful pull in the end zone. With Oscar goes straight up for the long to Buckland. Buckland's now wearing a hat. Moon too bright. Didn't make that easy for Little to Bambi. That worked. The quick point.
Yeah, I think I'll just It worked. It worked.
I don't know. It worked.
Enough said.
That's a point. And we now reset and have another point. So that is now 9-7.
So what? The two halftime speeches, I think, were diametrically opposite. Over in the white camp, we had both Johnny and Oscar saying, look, think about the timing of your cuts, think about flaring wide, all that sort of really good positive stuff. And it obviously had immediate impact. And in the red team, we had Joel Pillar-Rogers talking what he talks about best. And unfortunately, as usual, no one ever listens to Joel. He says very wise words, which if people listen to, they would actually improve their ultimate out of sight. But in this case, for that point, it didn't happen, no.
Maybe I need to listen to his tips. I've heard he's a very good player, still new to the community, but I've heard a lot of big things about him.
Well, don't just take everyone's else's word for it.
Do I need to go
mine.
watch? Oh, take yours.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I could maybe find some footage somewhere.
Yeah.
So we got 30 with the disc. Flyers on D. Both teams currently calling their line.
Think as a slightly below average player myself, I can say that everything I learned from Joel.
So we got a hand up from the Flyers. Titans still making their match up, and we got 2 hands up, and the disc is up. So we got Earl catching the pull. Looks for the centre to Pillar-Rogers.
Nice cut under by Tonkin.
So free. I think, don't know who his defender. It was Bambi. Left him so free. Scott had it in the middle of the field to Sid. Put that out in front for Tonkin. He's not getting it easy this game. Are they doing it's nearly looking like a straight up, the mark Bambi just put.
Yeah, taking a leaf out of Red's books, I think.
It worked for Red, so.
Scott Swore in the corner, another metre to spare. Joel, pinpoint accuracy. There's an old couple there, Joel and Scott Swart, utilising each other's knowledge of each other's plays over a good maybe 15 years. I don't know, I'm just making that one up. A long time they've been playing together though, so great work by Red.
Oh, he just throws that with ease. Pinpoint to the back corner of the end zone. So Titan on D. It's now 9-8, Flyers up. We've got actually a close game on our hands. I thought it was going to start slipping away when the Flyers were 2 or 3 in front. When we thought it was half, I thought it was going to start slipping away, but then they came back and only Flyers took half at 8-7. So
you don't have to include yourself in that catastrophic thinking it was half.
I said we. Well, I'll take some of the blame.
Well, you didn't pick me up really on
Yeah.
air. On air, you told me afterwards off.
That's
Yeah.
I'll take like maybe 1% of the blame.
The blame. Okay, so I'm just going to open my phone up here. I'm going to bring out the calculator. So 9 plus 8
17
equals, yep, you're correct, 17.
17 divided by
55 divided by 17.
Oh yeah, sorry.
See, at least I can do something right.
Don't trust me.
3.23.
So we're still sitting at around about that 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 1/4. So that's 3 minutes 15 seconds. So they've extended it out.
Oh, just got blinded by the flash of our photographer Jack Donaldson.
So the commentary will be with you again in about 5 minutes once our night blindness is gone.
Oh, that was a huge bid. I don't even know what that was. I just saw Bradley on the floor. Now he's on the mark. They're doing that
little poach
straight
by
up.
Tonkin, didn't quite get that one. Big one goes up.
He did the foot thing.
Mazar should take this.
Oh, beautiful
and
grab.
does. Turnbull, okay, so Turnbull's getting possibly one of my MVPs. I'm not going to say it's my first at the moment. Could be my second, because I really don't like him that much when he shows off like that. Yeah, okay. Good work, Oscar.
That's a quick point. I saw on the mark they did put that foot out to look for nearly that inside, so maybe it's more experienced players that do that. Yeah.
Tonkin keeps doing that. Just needs to put a bit more effort into that and he'll get one.
Great grab by Marty. He's Zag, so the Div 2 team of Zig Theory's assistant coach. He was teaching us how to box out the other week.
Yeah.
And this is why we should listen to him.
Yeah.
Read the disc perfectly. Put his body in the right position to secure him that disc. So it's now 10-8. Flyers are up by 2.
Keith Chow tying up his shoelaces on the line. Very important tip for all young players out there. Make sure your shoelaces are tied.
Can you call equipment on that and stop? I've had people call equipment and stop the game because their shoelaces untie.
Again, version A, B, C, or Z of the rules. You can extend a play if it's sort of like only a little bit. Like you really should be tying your shoelaces up, you know, straight after a disc is turned or at the beginning of a timeout. Not when you're on the field and you're asking, oh, just realised.
Oh, that was Myers.
Is that Oscar with his third assist?
Nah, that was Myers.
That was Myers.
That was
okay,
Myers.
there he
It's
is.
okay, it was Myers.
It's another
11-8.
11-8.
Oscar was off that point.
Yeah, he's got it.
But they got the same hat. They got the same hat on.
And a scraggly beard. And I really can't see in this light, this fading light, that far away.
Oh, and Myers is 8, Oscar's 6. They're like the same number
They're like
from
twinsies,
a side.
aren't they?
The number looks so similar from afar than the hat and the black shorts and the black shoes. Hard to tell them apart when they're on the other side of the field. So 11-8, getting blinded again. Our photographer's taken photos of random stuff on the sideline.
So the Flyers really wanting that third spot on the podium.
No one wants to come last. This is a crucial game. And I think Flyers want it more to not come last.
Gone are the good old days when everyone got a participation medal.
I remember I played netball for 17 years and I have a lot of participation. Even if you came last, they're like, good job, you rocked up.
I think every kid of that sort of generation had their own trophy cabinet of participation medals.
When we got too many in my family, because I'm one of 3, we said you could only pick like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
The rest had to go. Or like go in a box. There wasn't enough room.
I think realistically though, you've got to blame the generation before because those are your parents and you know they just really wanted to feel as though they were better than their previous parents. So they invented this thing called the participation medal. And so the parents could proudly talk of their young'uns.
Oh, Sid's streaming deep.
There was a hit on the hand there, I think.
It's gonna be
possibly. That was pulled up.
Oh, it's a pack. It's a huge pack and we have a collision.
There was nothing. What happened there with Joel's pull? Joel's throw?
Aiden's calling a foul. Well, it was looking like we would go in the middle of the field, but then it just kept floating and dived to the far sideline. And there was just 3 of each team nearly under it, with more streaming in.
30 sort of came across, and who was on the ground? Was that
Aiden. He was the one who called the foul.
Now, there's that Harry with the red hat.
Yeah, Harry's got a hat on now. The moon too bright. Kevin's got a perspective. He's putting his hands out. I think that's...
So both Harry and Ferdy Ramadan came across the right back shoulder
of
Aiden. I think it's possibly just going to be sent back.
Might be contested. We try to keep the calls under, I think it's 90 seconds. It looks like it is going back.
Both of them, yeah.
Oh.
So Joel with a second shot to redeem himself after that. Really was an awful throw, Joel. Sorry to have to say that, mate.
It was looking good, and then it just kept going.
He wanted it zippy to the end zone, but it just went up. And that's why I thought maybe Oscar got a bit of a hand. Maybe got a hand to it.
Maybe, yeah, if we see a replay, because it came off a bit funny.
Yeah.
And then just didn't fly the way they thought.
We can definitely do one big replay of the whole game afterwards.
So it looks like they might only be doing a straight-up force to their throwers on the Titans, because Little didn't do one, but Oscar did. Oh,
Lay, or
knees?
Knee, yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's a type of kind of lay.
In the good old days, we used to call that a pray out. Like you'd slide on your knees to go down.
That was Bradley, I believe.
Scott had to back up a little bit for that one. Unleashes the devastating backhand he has. Aiden, yeah, a bit of a pray out to a fall out to the side for another point for the West Beach Titans.
11-9. Still anyone's game, I reckon, but I reckon if Flyers get the next one, might be a little bit hard for the Titans to come back.
Still plenty of game in this until it gets to 14. Then you've really run out of game.
They have less subs. Titans have only got the one sub, maybe two. Flyers have got like 4 or 5 on the sideline. They nearly can do most of their line swaps each point.
Chantel, you know what I'm feeling? I think this is another MVP point.
Another MVP. Oh, so the players that weren't on last time, I think most of them are on now.
Yep.
So
A little bit of fairness happening in the commentary position.
Want to see something big this point. I reckon I want to see something big from the Titans. Like, the game is very still much winnable from either teams, but they need to keep this one. Or are they on D? Yeah, so they've got to get a break.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, again, for the white team, the MVP points we've called white have been on O, red have been on D. So maybe that's not as fair. So we're going to have to
do another one.
Well, maybe that's if West Beach Titans. Well, yeah, I mean Flyers are up. If they keep that trend, then you'd think Titans will eventually have to be on O, won't they?
Yeah.
So let's see what happens anyway.
I just want to see a big D by Titans. Hopefully, we got the Harry and Lockie Earl
Bit of a
matchup.
matchup.
I want to see something big.
How does Harry keep his bucket hat on?
I don't know. Maybe it's like glued. I have no idea.
I was going to say,
It's got a string. We've got the
Okay.
inside information by Hamish. It's got a string.
I think there's MVP points just for Harry for keeping his hat on.
Oh, yeah. I can't keep my hat on, so it's a skill. And especially the bucket hat. They're hard.
Okay, show off Oscar here. Show off Oscar. No.
There he is. Harry with the bucket hat. Oh, did he
Almost
go
a-
to huck that?
Yeah, go back,
Oh,
he says. Hold on,
Lockie.
wait. Lockie. Oh, Harry is
Oh.
not happy. Throw the disc in the dirt. Have a tanty. Give that man a dummy.
So now we've got a stoppage for this travel call because
Yeah.
Earl was not happy where
I
Harry
like
was
that
going.
play by Lockie to get inside Harry's head. He's really got inside his head now. Harry's unhappy.
I love this matchup.
Harry could really cough it up here.
I want to see a layout D by Earl. He's
I
got...
If Harry scores it in the end zone, he's just going to rub it on Lockie's back.
Harry's going deep. Now he goes under.
Harry's mad.
I would be mad too. Oh, so Myers with the disc in the middle of the field.
Looks off the captain. Captain wouldn't be happy. I'd be demoting him next point.
Goes to Bambi.
Okay, that's definitely...
I don't know what that was very high.
So that's a D for Lockie to win that matchup. There's going to be a switch, which is a player free. Who's the player that's free? It's Lazada. There's a lot of switching going on here. Big hands of Marty Mazar. He should wrap him, really. Shut him down completely. That's the one.
Has to go over.
Stalling 9.
I heard stalling 9. That was so close to a stall out. The flick from
Joel today.
To Sid.
Chantineau eventually gets it. He wanted it early until it was...
Oh, and Day's just there. Bambi tries to go for it, but can't get the D.
And they call it. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's break that down. Red. I didn't see anything spectacular
I didn't see
other
anything
than
spectacular.
the Earl match up against Harry.
Just
This
that
one here. This one here.
Yeah.
That one right there. He went for a second slap but missed it. That's a negative point. But he did get the D.
It's not the layout D or big D I wanted, but it was still, he still got a D.
It was the only big thing that happened by red in that point.
And it got the turn, and they converted it.
I mean, there was a little bit of intelligence that went on here. Watch Day, goes over, plants his back foot, allows his defender to come in to try and D it, but still gets the score. Puts his hands up. Style points for putting the hands up? I don't know. I'm struggling.
The little bit of the look to Bambi when he puts the hand up and sees Bambi on the floor on his knees, it's like, unlucky. I still got that one. I don't know. I wasn't happy with that point. I didn't see enough intensity, I reckon.
Okay, so let's do another MVP point, I think.
But they're still on D.
Yeah, they didn't get it.
Because they got the break.
See, I was afraid this would happen. What if Titans run away with it and like just keep scoring? And
That'd be fine. Because surely something great's going to happen to keep getting breaks.
Didn't that point? Not really.
Mediocre Ds.
Yeah, okay, we're going for mediocrity for our MVP on red at the moment.
And I reckon Lockie's D was good enough, but also could have been. I was looking for something better. So it's 11-10 to the Flyers. Still very much so anyone's game.
Big point, Red, big point. Here we go. Big point. Come on, Keys, here we go. Big force, gotta go. Nine.
Oscar, middle of the
Two
field.
going deep for White. Hard unders.
And now someone else going deep. They've just got the rotation deep option always going on. Oscar looked for the deep, but not on. So we've got Hamish with the disc on the sideline. Centers to Ramadan. Continues the swing to Bill.
Bill, be an MVP for me, mate.
Something big. We want something big. Bill to Keith. Keith to Oscar.
I want Bill to get this point. I want him to get a Callahan.
Oh, that is... That... They like that front corner. I think both teams have liked that front corner.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything spectacular happened at that point, but they held.
Red did not do anything spectacular, but they come out on O.
They do. They come out on O. It's 10-12. Just under 70 minutes down.
Question from the ages for you, Chantel.
Oh, no.
Should the counter count up or count down in terms of the time?
Well, the only reason it counts, like, I think it should count, like, up, like, what it's doing, because the game can go longer. So it would make sense if it was, like, you stop playing at 80 minutes, then it should count down. But because there's extra time, like, you keep going, it's cool to see, like, how long did the game go for, and you don't have to, like, start a timer.
So what you're saying is our education system is failing us and people don't understand what negative numbers mean? Is
I
that what I'm hearing?
understand what negative, but like I don't want it to say
but the majority
negative
out
15.
there don't
yeah,
understand.
I don't want it to say negative 15 when it goes like, because most games, it doesn't finish at 80 minutes. You play for at least another, anywhere between, like I've played half an hour beyond hard game. I don't want negative 30.
Yeah. Was that just one point that went for 30 minutes? Because
No,
often they do after
were
full
like
time.
5 down, and then we won. So we just got like 6 breaks in a row.
Yeah, dug in.
To take the game to... It was our very last game of Div 2 Nats 2 seasons ago. Very last game. We didn't want to lose.
Bit of trench warfare, and you said, we are going to dig our heels in and get point after point.
Oh, they hated us. I would too if the game goes for an extra... it was at least half an hour, and I reckon we were 5 or 6 down.
Oh, it was a late one there. Johnny Warren White coming in, trying to sniff a D off of Scott Swart. Swart back to Pillow Rogers. Pillow wants a big wind-up. Srinivasan going long. Srinivasan, read that, mate. Catch it!
Oh, no.
No, he did not. That was a good look from Joel.
I don't know if he read that properly.
No, look, see he turned around, turned himself inside out. And
he had to, like, catch it behind him one-handed.
Unbalanced in the end. That's what, so he turned around, got himself unbalanced because he had to cross his legs.
To like bend his back.
Very catchable.
Oh, Ferdy just rips it to the captain. Oh, beautiful.
So that was actually a thank you very much for passing it to me in the other end.
Yeah.
Do you remember? It was the other way around before. Oscar to Ferdy, now Ferdy to Oscar.
Ferdy's like, here we go, captain, take this
Picks
one.
it up. And watch that back foot.
Bam.
Stays pretty well planted. I wouldn't call travel on that one.
Straight to the breadbasket of Turnbull for an easy clap catch in front of him. Didn't really have to change his speed.
13-10.
So the Titans are on O this point.
Another big question for you, Chantel. I think at this end of the match, the big questions are going to be coming. How hungry is Jack at the moment,
Oh,
do you think?
he's probably starving.
I wasn't too sure. I thought I heard thunder before, but it might have been,
Might have been Jack's stomach.
Yeah.
Well, I promised we would go out. He wants to go out for pizza. We were meant to go at the end of the other game because I said I would take photos at the first game. But then
I hope you limit the number of toppings he's allowed.
I'm not paying.
Oh, okay. He's paying. You just drive him there.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
doesn't have his license, and then I'll probably drive him back to Barker.
Typical Jack. He won't have his license for another 4
Oh.
years, maybe 5 or 6.
It takes me half an hour to get to Mount Barker from here. Beautiful place, and then like 40 minutes to get home. Not buying him dinner.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's probably hungry. So Sol as well. Go watch their game, see who wins. So we've got both teams calling their line. We've got Little getting ready to pull.
So pretty much just under the solitary moonlight here at the moment. You can see the shadow cast by the moon. That's there.
It's pretty bright. It was bright all weekend. I was up at Renmark and you nearly didn't need outside lights. It was that bright.
We've been road gaining, like orienteering. They
No.
always happen on full moon, so you can see.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so you can see it because it goes
Yeah.
at night. You know.
Yeah, it was
Look at
so
road
bright.
gaining. It'd be something to do. I think Frisbee teams should do road gaining as a bonding exercise.
Oh, yes. Instead of this cricket where they scored negative points,
Yes.
maybe they should do
One hand, one catch. And
Oh.
it creeps into the game, as you saw with Lazada. Like,
the one hand.
yeah, one hand, one bounce. Frisbee is not like that, Kevin.
And they used a tennis ball and they put a piece of
Tennis,
tape on
that
it.
is soft.
Yeah, so they used a tennis ball and put a circle of duct tape on it because that's what they had.
Oh, see that? Harry Buckland just sort of like bodied into Lachlan Earl.
This matchup again.
Sorry for interrupting your great
No,
story.
No, that's okay. We're here to watch Frisbee.
I think there's a bit of hate going on there.
Oh, they're like...
See that again at the back.
It's the
like,
footy. It's so
it's
the
the footy.
It's the friendly rival. They're great mates off the field, but on the field, they try and one-up each other.
Watch this, watch this. Boom.
Oh, that was great.
Bernie throws it on top of him
Yeah.
for good measure.
That's
and he
an
throws it back into him.
That was... Oh,
Push
the
and
little
shove.
shove.
Get the gloves out. We should have a boxing match instead of this cricket stuff.
Oh, look at the walk from Harry back
Walk
to
of
the line.
shame.
The T-shirt over the head. The wipe, the disappointment. Great grab by Earl. That's
let's have a
what I
look at
needed to
just
see.
Let's have a look at Harry and Earl in the back there. And watch this, straight into the body. Boom. Now watch this little cheeky on top. Now watch this. Harry's upset. Big wind up, big backhand into the shoulder.
Straight into the side of
And
him.
then
a little
another bit
shove.
of push and shove. I love that. Bit of biff on the Frisbee field. I love games which are non-contact.
This is a non-contact sport, but you see sometimes a little bit of I say it's friendly competition, friendly banter.
Absolutely.
They're teammates normally for national season, so I think it's all well and good for the overall club.
I don't know who wins out in the end because, I mean, Harry gets to talk, shit basically about Lockie when he's commentating. Lockie doesn't take up the commentary position
doesn't
at all.
commentate,
No,
yeah.
so he doesn't get that chance to. So he
But
really has to
he
show
does
it
it on the field.
show
He
the
has-
only way he can. Like, just Harry, you say I'm not a good player, but if I'm not a good player, what's that make you?
What's worse, Harry talking trash about Lockie or Lockie skying Harry in the end zone and then throwing the disc on him? I think they're pretty even. I think it's fair game. We've got Myers catching the pull. Pretty deep pull near the back of the end zone. We hear a huge
Scotty Swart really with a straight up, stopping the huck from Mazar, but
it still goes
Warren
up.
White wants to it. A sea of red back there.
Oh.
And now look, hammer, flick, whatever, something, score.
So now it's 14-11 to the Flyers, potentially the last point, and that would declare the Titans with the wooden spoon of Super League. I don't know what number it is.
I think it was 5 points ago I mentioned that once the score gets to 14, you have left your run to win the game a little bit too late.
It's a little hard to come back from here. Still very much so achievable. There's another 3 minutes until time cap goes, but no matter what, it's game to 15. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Titans are nearly out of energy.
Oscar happy with his MVP winning performance to come off for this point.
Oscar's off this. The potentially last point to secure them third place. Oscar's off.
So we've still got to pick. I think we've actually got to pick 2 players from each team.
So the people that are off now can't get MVP as well. Unlucky.
So, look,
Oscar, Bambi.
I'm not unhappy to say Oscar's going to get one of my 2 votes. I don't know who's going to get the other one, though. Red team, though, I'm still very much unsure of who's going to get my votes there. It's been pretty even across the board. Any standouts for you?
Oh, I just like watching like Earl play. He's so good.
Yeah, that was actually good. He has been good. The couple of points we did mention.
Like, he got the layout.
Yeah.
D. Like you think about Harry's like layout after that, but he's still.
He has been in there.
First.
I think you're right. I think Earl's going to get one of my 2 as well. So now we're just looking for runner-up positions in both teams.
Oh,
30
no.
puts
Is
his
this the
hand
game?
up.
Is this just got to do probably one
Bang.
more pass?
Yeah, this
Nope.
is it. And 30's unmarked. Oh, and he
no.
looks away because he's unmarked. Look at that. Earl's going.
Oh.
And it is going. It is
Oh,
going.
it's the
Milk
matchup.
it, son. Milk it. Oh! Show him the disc. Show him the disc.
I love this matchup. So good. Earl's running to cutting it front of the end zone. Looks like Sid's there, but
oh my God! You would not read about
That's
it.
Bill. It's Bill. You wanted something huge from
Bill's
Bill.
my second. He's going to get my number 2.
He hasn't had many touches.
Look at that. It wasn't
what a
much,
great
but it was
D.
enough.
Oh my God.
Probably didn't even have to be there to get the D.
Oh, great mental D by Bill. Hardly touched the Frisbee, but oh my God. Everyone's going to remember that.
I think I was using some Jedi mind trick on them both, I think.
So they've got to take a breather so they can convert this. A lot has happened in the last probably 30 seconds to a minute. We got the...
Well, now I don't know what to do because I did actually say that I was going to give it to 30, but I've got to give it to Bill now. So
Little by himself secures it, 2 hands above his head.
There it is. That's all
game.
she wrote. That is game 15-11. As all the players come on the field now. Commiserations and a 3rd place trophy to one of these teams.
So
actually, both teams come away with something in the cabinet, don't they? One a wooden spoon, one a
bronze and a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
So all teams get a prize. Watch the first game tonight to see who secured 1st and 2nd, and then we just saw who secured 3rd and last. But there is still a game next week. No stress. Come back to ULTI.TV. Both will be live streamed next week. Still very much so. We'll see some competition. I normally like to rewatch the game sometimes, or just I like to sit and marinate about like what happened to sometimes pick. Normally, I can easily pick the 1st and 2nd MVP.
Yeah.
And then like the 3rd one normally takes me a couple of hours. I'm not going to lie. I wake up the next morning and then it comes to me. The last couple of times I've bought like a special guest from a coffee shop, so he let me pick.
I think what I'd like to see ULTI.TV to do, if you're out there and listening to ULTI.TV, if you could give us a highlight of just that whole competition of the Harry versus Lockie Earl matchups. A highlight compilation would be absolutely fantastic to see.
Of today's game.
But
Yeah.
anyway, we've got to wrap it up. We've got last 2 games next week, which mean absolutely nothing. But we'll have fun. You'll have fun at home. Please reach out, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. ULTI.TV bringing you lots of games for free. My name's Phil Shields.
And my name is Chantel Badentop.
Thank you for watching.
ULTI.TV